In the previous video, we were studying about the characteristics of electromagnetic wave, and we had studied about point number 7, that is the average energy density of electromagnetic wave are equally divided into average density of electric field and average uh, energy density due to magnetic field. And we had already studied in our chapter number 2 about the value of average energy density for static electric field, that is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square. And in chapter number 6, that is electromagnetic induction, for magnetic field average energy density is equal to B square by 2 mu naught, where electric field and magnetic field are the static values of electric field and magnetic field respectively. And in order to calculate the value of average energy density for electromagnetic wave, we will replace electric field, this static electric field, by its root mean square value. That is, root mean square value is applicable for a continuous wave, for a periodic wave. So we will replace, as the electric field is varying with time, so we will change its value by its root mean square value. And we have already studied about the root mean square value, as we know that the amplitude of electric field or its peak value is equal to the root 2 times of its ERMS value. Therefore, ERMS value is equal to E naught by root 2. These are static fields, and thus we will write average energy density is equal to U is equal to half E naught ERMS, E by ERMS, and it is equal to, for electromagnetic wave, U is equal to half E naught ERMS square plus B is equal to BRMS square. Now, as we have studied that ERMS is equal to E naught by root 2, or its square will give E naught by 2, E naught square by 2, and BRMS square written as B naught by root 2, or here it is B naught square by 2, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 B naught square by mu naught, or we get 1 by 4 epsilon naught E naught square plus 1 by 4 B naught square by mu naught. Now here we can convert this BRMS square in terms of ERMS square. See that, as we know that the speed of light, or which is equal to the speed of electromagnetic wave, it can be written as in terms of the amplitude of electric field, as C is equal to amplitude of electric field divided by amplitude of magnetic field. So as we know that E naught is equal to root 2 of ERMS, or B naught is equal to root 2 of BRMS. Therefore we get BRMS is equal to ERMS by C. We can substitute this value over here. Also we know that C can be written as 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught. When we will substitute the value of permittivity of free space and permeability of free space, then we will get the value equal to the speed of light. Therefore, we can say that C is equal to 1 upon root of mu naught epsilon naught. Therefore, to get the final value of average energy density of electromagnetic wave, we can write half of E naught epsilon naught ERMS square plus BRMS square is equal to ERMS square by C square into 2 mu naught, and we know that C is equal to this value, therefore C square is equal to mu naught into epsilon naught, and we get half of epsilon naught ERMS square into mu naught epsilon naught ERMS square upon 2 mu naught, or we get half epsilon naught ERMS square, half epsilon naught ERMS square as the value of magnetic energy density. So here we can see that both the values are equal, and therefore the total value is equal to is here UB is equal to UE, therefore U is equal to 2UB or 2UE. Thus we can write 2 into the value half of epsilon naught ERMS square, that is equal to epsilon naught ERMS square equal to U. Or simply when we will add this term, we get this value. Here the key concepts are root mean square value is equal to the peak value by root 2. Similarly for magnetic field, and also we have used that C is equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught. Also C is equal to E naught by B naught, and BRMS in terms of ERMS is equal to BRMS equal to ERMS by C. So these are the formulae which are useful in solving numericals, as well as we can write one characteristic, that is the average energy density of electromagnetic wave is equal to epsilon naught times ERMS square. Thus here we have seen that electromagnetic wave carry energy, and electromagnetic wave is massless as well as chargeless. So this can be also taken as another characteristic, that is electromagnetic wave are massless as well as chargeless. Also we can write the direction of electromagnetic wave by direction of electric field and magnetic field, that is, as both electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other, so we can take their cross product, and the cross product gives the direction of electromagnetic wave, that is direction of electromagnetic wave, that is propagation of a wave, is the cross product of electric field vector cross magnetic field vector. Therefore, let us suppose if we have taken electric field in the y direction, therefore it can be considered as j cap, and magnetic field along z axis, then it can be taken as k cap in terms of unit vector. So we know that j cross k gives us I cap. So the direction of propagation of electromagnetic field wave can be taken as a cross product of E cross P. In this point number 8, we can also add one more point, that as these waves are massless and chargeless, thus they are not get deflected by this electric field and magnetic field. So here we can add that thus are not get deflected by E and B. Now another characteristic is which are useful for numerical purposes mainly. Point number 10, electromagnetic wave carry energy, thus it has momentum also. That is, electromagnetic wave carries momentum, denoted by P, and it is given as the energy transferred to the surface or a body with the speed of light. And this formula is applicable when we are considering that the total electromagnetic wave is completely absorbed by the surface. That is for completely absorption, for complete absorption, or if electromagnetic wave are completely absorbed. Then we will use this formula, and if the surface is reflecting the wave again, then it is equal to momentum is equal to the change in momentum. That is, if electromagnetic wave are completely reflected by the surface with the same momentum, then it is equal to the change in momentum, that is incident momentum, and reflected back, that is minus into minus p, that is equal to 2p, and here p is equal to u by c, that is equal to 2u by c. Thus it is equal to the twice of the incident momentum. Now, as electromagnetic wave has energy, thus it has some momentum, and this momentum which is incident on the surface, which will exert pressure on the surface, which is equal to radiation pressure. So we can write that electromagnetic wave, as it carries momentum, thus exerts radiation pressure equal to force acting per unit area the surface. Now next characteristic is the intensity of an electromagnetic wave at a point is equal to the energy passing through a surface perpendicular to it and passing per unit area in per unit time. That is, here we can calculate the total intensity of an electromagnetic wave, which is equal to the total energy passing perpendicular to the surface per unit area, which is the total area, per unit total area into per unit total time. That is, let us suppose an electromagnetic wave is passing through a surface normally to it, and its area of cross section is A, which is equal to 1, and its total distance or length is equal to, as we know, that speed of light is equal to c, speed is equal into distance upon time. Time is unit, that is 1. Therefore, the speed of an electromagnetic wave is equal to the distance covered by an electromagnetic wave. So we can write C. Now, the total energy U is equal to the average energy density into the volume of a body through which an electromagnetic wave is passing, which is equal to average energy density, which we have calculated, that is epsilon naught times ERMS square into volume is area of cross section, which is A equal to 1 into the total length equal to C into 1. Therefore, we get U equal to epsilon naught ERMS square into C, which is also equal to the intensity, as total area is equal to 1 unit and total time is also equal to 1 unit. So, intensity in terms of root mean square value of electric field is equal to this. Now, here we can write intensity in terms of root mean square value of magnetic field, as we know that root mean square value of electric field by S ERMS by BRMS is equal to the speed of light, which is equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught. Therefore, by this we can write ERMS square is equal to BRMS square by mu naught epsilon naught. Substitute this value in this equation, we get I is equal to epsilon naught BRMS square upon mu naught epsilon naught into C. Or we get intensity is equal to BRMS square by mu naught into C. This is another formula for intensity in terms of magnetic field. Also, as we know, intensity is energy upon area into time. Energy is denoted by U. So here, as we know that energy upon time is power, so its SI unit is power upon area, that is watt per meter square. Now you can use any of the value of intensity in characteristics without deriving it, and it's very useful for numerical purpose. Now here we can also find the direction of propagation of electromagnetic wave in terms of Poynting vector. Poynting vector is the energy carried by wave per unit time per unit area. The energy carried by the wave per unit time per unit area is known as Poynting vector, and it gives the direction of propagation of a wave towards the direction of velocity of a wave, that is in the speed of electromagnetic wave it gives the direction of Poynting vector. So let's study about Poynting vector also and its value. As we have studied that intensity is in terms of magnetic field epsilon naught ERMS square C, and also I is equal to in terms of magnetic field, that is C BRMS square by epsilon naught. Now Poynting vector it is denoted by capital S and it's a vector quantity. It shows the direction of propagation of electromagnetic wave towards the direction of the velocity of a wave. or towards direction of propagation. And Poynting vector is the energy carried by a wave in unit time, in unit area, per unit area. Therefore, its unit is also equal to the unit of intensity, which is watt per meter square. Or we can also write energy upon area into time, that is joule per second into meter square. Also, Poynting vector can be written as S vector equal to, as we know, C in terms of root mean square value, that is ERMS by BRMS. This term is as it is. So we get S vector is equal to ERMS into BRMS by mu naught. So Poynting vector is the energy per unit area per unit time in terms, and its direction is perpendicular to electric field as well as magnetic field, that is towards the direction of propagation of a wave. So here we can write S vector is equal to E cross E vector cross B vector, where E and B are time varying magnetic field. Next characteristic is which we will study in the next chapter, that is electromagnetic wave can reflect, it can refract or diffract. Also, electromagnetic wave shows the phenomena of interference. In wave optics, we will study about interference and diffraction, and electromagnetic wave can polarized. Now these are the more than sufficient characteristics which we have studied. Now the last and the very shortest point is, as we have studied about radiation pressure, which is equal to the force per unit area, and by Newton's second law we can write force is equal to the rate of change of momentum, that is dp by dt, area as it is. And we know that term of an electromagnetic wave is given as u by c, that is we can write dp by dt, dt remains as it is, dp is equal to u by c into a into dt. And we have studied that u upon a into dt is equal to the intensity of a wave. Therefore, radiation pressure is also equal to I by C.